Welcome once again to BigBookCTK.com. My name is Tiffany, and I'm reading Les Misérables by Victor Hugo. Chapter 5. Monseigneur Bienvenu made his cassock last too long. The private life of Monseigneur Misérables was filled with the same thoughts as his public life. The voluntary poverty in which the Bishop of lived would have been a solemn and charming sight for anyone who could have viewed it close at hand. Like all old men, and like the majority of thinkers, he slept little. This brief slumber was profound. In the morning, he meditated for an hour. Then he said his mass, either at the cathedral or in his own house. His mass said, he broke his fast on rye bread dipped in the milk of his own cow. Then he set to work. A bishop is a very busy man. He must every day receive the secretary of the bishopric, who is generally a canon, and nearly every day his vicars general. He has congregations to reprove, privileges to grant, a whole ecclesiastical library to examine, prayer books, diocesan catechisms, books of hours, etc., charges to write, sermons to authorize, cures and mayors to reconcile, a clerical correspondence and administrative correspondence, on one side the state, on the other the Holy See, and 1,000 matters of business. What time was left to him after these 1,000 details of business, and his offices, and his breviary, he bestowed first on the necessitous, the sick, and the afflicted. The time which was left to him from the afflicted, the sick, and the necessitous, he devoted to work. Sometimes he dug in his garden, again he read or wrote. He had but one word for both these kinds of toil. He called them gardening. The mind is a garden, said he. Towards midday, when the weather was fine, he went forth and took a stroll in the country or in town, often entering lowly dwellings. He was seen walking alone, buried in his own thoughts, his eyes cast down, supporting himself on his long cane, clad in his wadded purple garment of silk, which was very warm, wearing purple stockings inside his coarse shoes, and surmounted by a flat hat which allowed 3 golden tassels of large bullion to drop from its 3 points. It was a perfect festival wherever he appeared. One would have said that his presence had something warming and luminous about it. The children and the old people came out to the doorstep for the bishop as for the sun. He bestowed his blessing, and they blessed him. They pointed out his house to anyone who was in need of anything. Here and there he halted, accosted the little boys and girls, and smiled upon the mothers. He visited the poor so long as he had any money. When he no longer had any, he visited the rich. As he made his cassock last a long while, and did not wish to have it noticed, he never went out in the town without his wadded purple cloak. This inconvenienced him somewhat in summer. On his return he dined. The dinner resembled his breakfast. At 8:30 in the evening he supped with his sister, Madame Magloire, standing behind them and serving them at table. Nothing could be more frugal than this repast. If however, the bishop had one of his cures to supper, Madame Magloire took advantage of the opportunity to serve Monseigneur with some excellent fish from the lake, or with some fine game from the mountains. Every cure furnished a pretext for a good meal. The bishop did not interfere. Without exception, his ordinary diet consisted only of vegetables boiled in water and oil soup. Thus it was said in the town, When the bishop does not indulge in the chair of a curé, he indulges in the chair of a Trappist. Thank you very much for watching. You've been listening to Les Misérables by Victor Hugo. My name is Tusing, and this is BigBookCTK.com. Thank you very much, and bye for now.